Hi guys! So today's exciting for many reasons. Mainly because I'm actually doing this video that I planned on doing a really long time ago but kept forgetting to do. And I feel like I have plumber's butt right now and I feel bad if anyone walks in my room. But anyways, I just, it's one of those things where it's like a video you plan to do but then you just keep forgetting about it. And then you just remember to do it again. And then you decide to do it. And you're excited because you're excited. And I'm excited about everything. I actually have a really bad headache and I feel like I may be getting sick, which is ironic because I've been talking to, like the past couple weeks I've been like, my friends have been getting sick and I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't gotten sick in like 2 years, like, oh yeah, I never get sick anymore. And like recently I've been feeling kind of like weird, so whenever I say I'm like knocking on wood, but I don't think it's helping me because I don't feel good right now, but besides the point. Today we're going to be talking about insecurities and jealousy because I feel like, as a girl, these are things that we deal with on a daily basis. This song gets stuck in my head way too often. I think when you go into high school, there's kind of expectations for what your first day is going to be like or what high school is going to be like from like movies and things. But the thing that they never really can show you in movies and in like TV shows and things is the emotion that goes into every day of going to school. And I'm not lying, there's emotion behind it, okay? Because you feel like maybe sometimes you're trying to impress certain people, that you have to dress a certain way to fit in. You know, all these things are part of, trying to fit in and being maybe a little bit insecure. When you get into high school, there's a lot of things people will start to do and start to act a certain way just because they feel like they're getting older and then they should start acting a certain way, and because maybe they have older brothers and sisters who have done these things and then they feel like they have to do the same things too. To be insecure, like, I just feel like people follow the leader. So one girl who maybe some people find intimidating, they all follow what she does just because if they don't, she'll laugh at them or like make fun of them or tease them or whatever. I, for one, have realized that I would rather toot my own horn. No, that's not the right saying, is it? No. I'd rather dance to the beat of my own drum. That sounds like a Lady Gaga song. No, Hilary Duff song. That's Hilary Duff. I dress the way I want to, I act the way I want to, and I behave, like, I just am the way I want to be. Because when people like make fun of me or like pick on me for something I'm wearing or something I say or do, I'm just kind of like, okay. I'm just like, well, you know what? I don't really care because I'm happy with who I am. That's the biggest thing. You just have to be able to be happy with who you are. And it's actually not that hard to do. You have to be able to look in a mirror and see your flaws, but think, these aren't flaws, these are quirks. And that's what you have to do. I know. I've had some really interesting moments throughout high school where I'm just like, wow, like I really can't see positive in myself. And that's so sad because I have to live with myself for my whole life. There's no body changing thing where I can just slip into someone else's body. Like, you can get plastic surgery all you want, but you're still going to be the same person. I just think it's really important to come to terms with things that you find flaws and just kind of label them as quirks. Maybe you have a bigger nose. These things are just things you have to live with, and there's really nothing you can do to change them unless you get a nose job. But again, that's not exactly the rightest way to do things. Being able to be comfortable with your insecurities and things is really important, because if you're not secure and comfortable with yourself, you're not going to be comfortable in situations where those flaws or that sort of thing comes to light. People don't notice these sorts of things. Like, I feel like I used to really harp on myself because I had like acne really badly, and I still break out quite often, but like I had it quite badly in grade 7, and I felt like that's the only thing that people saw. And what I really noticed like after a while was that like I'm the one that's criticizing myself. Like, no one else is gonna be like, ew, your face is gross. Like, no one does that because that's just mean and I'd punch them in the face. But that's like the biggest thing, like just don't pick on your own flaws. And also another thing is, all those things that you don't like about yourselves, other people think that they're beautiful. I've always wanted freckles, and I know some people who have freckles who say they would never, like, they hate them. They hate their freckles. I'm like, I'll have your freckles. Like, I've always wanted them and I never get them. I have one on the tip of my nose. So that's really important, to just come to terms with things you don't like about yourself and really just accept them and be okay with them. And that takes time, it does, but once you get there, it's just a really nice feeling. Another thing I think is really important is to be able to laugh at yourself. I am very klutzy and I do some really silly things, but I'm also a very big jokester, so I don't really make a big deal out of like falling down the stairs or, you know, like doing something silly. I just think it's the best to laugh at yourself and make a joke of it, because then other people can laugh with you and you can just be like, yes, this is great, bonding time sort of situation. Even though you might be like inside, you're like, wow, that was really embarrassing. Just be like, just joke about it, make a joke of it, like, you know, that sort of thing. And I know joking doesn't solve everything, but it, you know, can make you feel a bit more comfortable. Jealousy is also something that you might begin to feel a bit more as you grow older. People get things that you don't get necessarily, like say your friend gets the brand new iPhone and you don't have an iPhone, and you might be getting jealous of her because she has an iPhone or something. And I think jealousy is only natural, just human nature. I felt jealousy before, but I've noticed of myself that I'm actually not that jealous kind of person. Like, I'm just not very jealous. There's obviously certain things people have that I'm like, oh, I wish I kind of had that, or whatever, or things happen to people and I'm like, oh, they're lucky, like I wish I was them or whatever. But the biggest thing is to be happy with what you have and to be happy with yourself, because again, that goes into confidence. You have to be confident with who you are, and wishing that you're someone else is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form, because they're going to stay them and you're going to stay you, and there's no way that you can like Freaky Friday and like change bodies. I think like when I see someone has something really nice, instead of being like, oh, I wish I had that, I usually try and compliment them on it, because people are so proud of the things that they have, and I think that's kind of interesting, because like they're more proud of like their clothes than if you compliment someone's like, you know, hair, for example, or even just like their face. I don't know, how would you compliment someone's face? But they get more defensive almost. They almost get like, really? Are you serious? Like, learn how to take compliments seriously. The worst thing is when I compliment someone on something that they have, they're like, oh, ew, yeah, are you kidding me? I look so horrible today. I'm like, hey, do you want me to be like fighting you on something that I thought looked nice, or do you want to just take a compliment for serious? Because I will fight you right now, like fist fight. No, I wouldn't actually. I just like to say pretend I would. Compliment people on things that they have that you're jealous of. Even if you don't know them, just compliment them, because it's not going to hurt you to give compliments. It's only going to make the other person feel better. And, you know, I might even feel a little bit better about yourself, because sometimes when I give people compliments, I'm like, wow, Emily, that was really nice. Keep walking along like in the mall or whatever. Everyone gets jealous. There's things about everyone that you can be jealous of, but I just think that you have to be able to be confident with what you have and work with what you have, because everyone has something to offer the world. I think that's really true. If you're feeling like really self-conscious or just really not confident at all, I think the biggest thing I would do is just every day, every morning, wake up, look at yourself without any makeup on, and just tell yourself that you're beautiful. And sometimes that might be hard, and I understand. Some people really don't have any confidence. Sometimes, oh my gosh, like, especially like if I don't know, I just have like a bad day, or you know, whatever, I'll come home and I'll just be like, wow, this day could not get any worse, you know? And you look in the mirror and you're like, wow, I look horrible too. Like, that's just great on top of everything, right? But you just have to be like, okay, like, I look wonderful, like, I look great. Like, that's why I dress up for school. That's why I wear nice clothes to school, because I feel like sometimes, you know, I have a bad hair day, or sometimes, well, you know, all this hair, it's pretty easy to have a bad hair day, but like sometimes I'll just feel like not the nicest, or maybe I'll have a bad day, but I'll get home and I'll be like, wow, I look really nice today, and you know, I'm going to point out the positive things that happened today, because that's going to make me feel better about what happened in my day. When people like pick on you, like especially girls, I know girls love to be mean to each other when they're self-conscious and not confident with themselves. I think the biggest thing to remember is just to let them say what they want to say. You know, you don't need to fight back, because this isn't like a war or something. Just let them say what they want to say and just walk away. Just ignore them, because people are going to be mean to you no matter what. Like, even if you feel like you have nothing to be jealous of, someone's going to be jealous of you, and if they are mean to you about it, like, you really just have to ignore them, and you can even take it as a compliment if you wanted. So, those are some tips. I'm not really the smartest person about these sorts of things, but I do try sometimes, occasionally. Thank you guys for watching. Stay confident. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.